Good afternoon and welcome back if you are joining us again after our wake-up call this morning. I'm Leann Chivers and we are here for an amazing and inimitable and absolutely exceptional and inspirational and all of the words 2 hours with my great friend and the crafty queen herself, Sheena. How are you?
Wow, what a build-up. I like that.
Go.
It reminded me a bit of the good old days. I remember I used to watch when I was a kid. It was brilliant, Leann. Yeah, brilliant build-up. I think I would rather like undersell and over-deliver.
Would
though.
you? Did I
But,
oversell there?
Might have done.
No,
Maybe,
you
yeah.
can meet that. You will over-deliver, I know you will. Look, Sheena has got, we've just been talking about the things she's going to be showing you, and I'm excited. I'm going to learn some new things that I haven't done already in this 2-hour masterclass. You're going to absolutely love every minute of it. I must just tell you about the deals that we've got and about the promotions that we've got. Let's get all that out of the way at the very beginning, and then we can take our time to really enjoy what Sheena's got to show us. So we have got a Sheena 10 code available for you today, and that will get you 10% off when you put that code in your basket. Anything on our website with the exception of any cartload deals from last night, April launches and our gift cards. So when you take that out, that leaves you thousands of things to shop. And of course, the things that we've got in this show for you as well, you'll be able to use your Sheena 10 code on. We've also got some Builder goodie bags available for you. And we've got the little website screen to show you so you can see what we're doing. Your Builder goodie bags, you see Lily there. Find Lily, there she is. Click on Lily. And then you've got 3 choices. You've got a 6 for 30, 10 for 40 and 5 for 45. Choose a category. Let's go with a 10 for 40. Is that what we've done? Ooh, we're on the same page, George. And then what you'll be able to see in there's some fantastic sentiment dies. There's some really lovely nesting dies in there. There's the stars. You can see there's some to build up. There's all of those concept dies. You've got some from Sarah's signature collections. You've got some recent launches in there. I mean, to have just dies in that category, and you can pick, how many is in here? 10 for 40. You can pick 10 sets of these dies, and they were all £10 each once upon a time, and you're going to get 10 of them for £40. I can hardly believe it. So that's just one of the categories for you. So you've got your 10 for 40, you've got your 6 for 45, is it? Beg your pardon, 5 for 45, 6 for 30, 10 for 40. Just go and build it. Just choose the 10 that you want, or the 5 that you want, or the 6 that you want, and then you pay that price. Brilliant being able to build your own bag. Now, we had some sellouts in the wake-up call. Gesso, the black gesso went. Mixed media mat didn't even get to air. I think our Royal and Anglican brushes are hanging on by a thread. I think the white gesso is by a very fine silver thread. That's limited, so we know that isn't going to hang around long. Let's talk about the dies and mount board, because I think we did. I'm under the counter again. Here I am. This was ridiculously busy for you this morning. A third of the stock is already gone. So in this bundle, you are getting 4 full sets of our mixed media dies. Mixed media dies, for those of you who might not know, are our deeper dye. So they're deeper. They essentially perform like the thick steel rule dies that you might be used to from yonder year, but actually are much more storable because they're thin, but they are a lot deeper than a regular thin metal decorative die. And that means you can cut mount board, you can cut wood veneer, you can cut real leather, you can cut craft metal, you can cut denim and canvas, 8 layers of fabric. You could cut 6 layers of Centura pearl in one pass. There are so many different things you can cut with these, and of course they're nesting. There is 9 dies in that set. We've seen in Wake Up Call this morning, Sheena was showing us how to make our own shapes to paint fusion, and also some amazing mount board frames. So you're getting a pack of mount board, and you're getting your squares, you're getting your hearts. Turn that around and show you the little hearts on the bottom there. You're getting your triangles, and you're getting your circle mixed media dies in here. And 3 sets have got 9 dies, 1 set has got 7 dies, which is 27, 34 dies in this set, which I think is absolutely incredible, I have to say. Oh, I did that in my head, it didn't even look on the screen. And I was right, it is 34. I'm so proud of myself. I'm giving myself a little ting, proud that I did the maths myself. It essentially means that you're not paying for the mount board or the circle dies. You're getting them gratis, free of charge, the circles and the mount board. And you can see that fantastic platinum price that you've got on the screen. Remember, you're going to take your Sheena 10 off that. So you're going to take an extra $5.50 or $8.70 off of that price if you're a platinum member with your Sheena 10 code. That was incredibly popular this morning. Paint Fusion. Now then, we're focusing, we've got the stills for you, that's easy. So we've got all of these fabulous stamps for you, our Paint Fusion stamps. Original but absolutely fabulous as they are, and very, very usable, not just in a Paint Fusion style. I would say 80% of them are usable in a regular stamp and colour style. Yeah, that's it.
You've got berries look like berries, poppy looks like a poppy.
Yeah, absolutely. And a ridiculous price on them as well. And of course your Sheena 10 code will work. A fifth of the stock has gone of those stamps already, and I'm not surprised. And that was down to what Sheena was showing you this morning. And hold tight, fasten your belts, because you're going to get even more wowed in this 2-hour masterclass that we've got. So bear with and you'll see how to use them. If you are interested in them, don't hang around, because you don't want to be disappointed if you go and they've gone. These acrylic paints would be my top recommendation for you. It has been ridiculously busy for these. To get 20 tubes of coloured acrylic paint and a large tube of white paint, 100 mils, for only $24.40 or $32.80 platinum price is quite frankly ridiculous. And of course you're going to be able to use your Sheena 10 code off the top of that as well. Pebeo, creme de la creme when it comes to paints, top of the top, fine art quality. You're getting 20 tubes of colours and 100 mil full tube of white acrylic in there. That is a fantastic deal by anybody's standards. And then to complete that, if you've got your stamps and you've got your mount board and you've got your paint, you need your brushes. And you've got 4 perfectly sized Royal & Langnickel brushes here. Sheena chose these sizes 12 years ago when we first launched Paint Fusion all those years ago, and they're still relevant today and really good quality. Half of the stock of those brushes has gone, and your Sheena 10 code will work on those as well. So that's everything you need. That's everything you need. Now, let's see who is joining us this masterclass. Let's have a quick check and then we'll go find out what Sheena's going to be doing. So we've got me, we've got Sheena, we've got George, director, Johnny, producer, they say hi, and we've got gorgeous Rachel, our social media superstar, joining us as well. Carletta, hello from Arkansas, Carletta. Lois, good morning from Ohio. Betsy Throop, good morning from Houston, Texas. Hello, I really want to go to Texas. Carol Guy from Wisconsin. I've just watched Yellowstone. Oh my word. Do you live in Yellowstone? Let us know. I need to go to Montana. I absolutely adored every minute of that series, I have to say. The scenery, stunning. Laurie's in. Hello, Laurie. Very talented and gorgeous Laurie. And from Gilded, Arizona. Hello, Laurie. Mary Beth in Minnesota is with us. And Janice, good morning from West Virginia. I just received my Paint Fusion stamps yesterday. Can't wait to give them a try. Buckle up, Janice, because Sheena is going to be showing us so many more fabulous techniques with those stamps. And of course, if you didn't get the paints, get the paints. I just have to tell you, everyone, paints are on advanced order. We're going to ship them to you on Tuesday, the 2nd of May. All right, Sheena, what are we going to be doing? Over to you, my love.
Well, you know me. I have a plan. And then I have another idea. So the plan's out the window.
Yes,
so
I do that.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to pack as much in as we can in a really kind of like go with the flow kind of way. I'm thinking, which is what you do when you're crafting, is it not? Yeah. But I think a good place to start is with the dies, with those amazing dies, because I'm loving them. They are, if you're going to just have one type of nesting die, have those ones, because they'll cut anything. May as well, it just makes sense. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut out some frames to start off, because that's going to get us going with some faux backgrounds. I think that'll be really cool to do. So I've got my cutting plate, I've got my mount board, and I'm going to just start constructing, because that was the epiphany I had earlier. I thought I'd cut out solids, and I thought, hang on, hold the phone. I'm buying ready-cut mounts for watercolours. If you do little paintings or little stamping things, I normally have to buy a cut frame, you know, to put in a frame with mount board, because you can't cut mount board and absolutely make it look finished and professional and pretty, for sure. So, but that's what these do. So that's what I'm going to do. But then what I'm going to do after that is I think we'll paint them up. We'll maybe do like maybe a rusty effect, and then maybe some verdigris, and have a little bit of a play.
Can you remember when we went to the Pebio place?
Yes.
I know, here we go. It didn't take long, did it?
Yeah.
Can you remember when they were talking about verdigris? And I was like, oh, why would you want to make something look old?
Yeah, that's right.
What's that all about, Sheena? I couldn't
believe it.
I was
all
like,
kind of excited, wasn't
and
I?
Sheena was losing her mind.
Yeah,
and I was like, why on earth would you spend 3 hours making something look ancient? And then Sheena showed me how. And I had an epiphany, Sheena.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my word, I need to do that. It looks beautiful. I didn't get it at first.
No,
I think
not.
until
You weren't feeling the love.
it,
Yeah, yeah.
and it unfolds in front of you, you maybe don't have an appreciation of how fabulous that is. Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. And you know what, verdigris is one of those things that, unless you see it, you don't believe how crazy that colour is, that turquoisey colour that you get when copper oxidises and you get this aged patina on it. It's just bright turquoise. And then you've got the chalky element, which, hello, just saying, if you haven't got your white gesso yet, don't hang around, because that's what we're going to be using. So I'm doing really simple. I've just got some square frames. You could cut some little triangles. I was saying about, you know, if you're a fan of a certain kind of series of wizardy type films.
Yes. Harry Potter.
That's the one, yeah. I was going to be like, give us a clue then, so thanks for that.
You're welcome.
You know, I'm not the mime artist or anything. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to cut some bits out like that as well, just extras. I'm just, you know, and just indulge me while I have a play here. I'm going to pop that along here. I'm running out. You know what? I'm still harking back to what John said, was that, you know, we normally keep the desks a little bit more minimalist.
Is that what John said? I mean, good, nice try, John.
Yeah, and I've known John for many years.
He's got 2 hopes of that happening, Sheena, and one of them's called Bob.
Exactly. I was like, do you not know me, John? Hello. And yes, he does. So, yeah, bless him. But, you know, the intention was there. The intention was good. So what I'm doing, I am making that shape as well.
Yes.
So this is, so just bear with. But this is what you're going to do. And I would absolutely, you know, fill the space up. I wouldn't, if I was doing this at home, I would have this closer together. I wouldn't be wasting all this space.
Exactly.
Obviously. And even if you've got little bits left, these dies go so, you know, dinky that you can cut bits out of those bits as well and use them for your mixed media projects, get your ultra thick embossing powder on there, stamp into them. All these bits that you would normally pay extra to create, you can do them with a bit of mount board, because mount board is so affordable but is so amazing when you transform it. So let's pop them through.
And Johnny's just had an observation, Sheena, where Johnny's just saying, wow, it's brilliant that you get all those different sizes. You're right, Johnny, 9 different nesting dies in one of those. The circle, the square and the triangle. The triangle has 7. The circle, the square and the other one. What's the other shape?
You've got your triangle,
circle,
your heart.
Square, heart, that's the one. Circle, square and heart, 9 dies, and 7 dies in the triangle one. That's a lot of dies to be going at.
Loads, absolutely loads. But the thing is, I think the real winner chicken dinner crafting products are the ones that are going to enhance what you've already got.
Yes.
They're not just a new thing on their own. They're a thing that's going to power up all that other good stuff you've got.
I love that, Sheena.
Yeah, I love that.
I think sometimes we don't focus on that enough when we're talking about these things. We get excited about what we can do with them. But we don't let people know that, for example, these that you're using here, in another 12 years, you're still going to be using them, maybe in a different way.
Exactly.
But it's a core product that will cross-pollinate with everything else that you're doing at home.
Yeah, I like to talk about, you know, me crafting me cards like it's a little stage show.
Yeah.
So you've got your A-list actor, you know, the star of the show is going to be the thing inside the frame. Then you've got your supporting cast and you've got your set dressing. So this is what you want. You want to make that A-list celeb look good. You need these things here to make them shine.
I love that.
Look at that.
Look at it. And I'm just thinking,
would have had to pay money for that.
Exactly. Exactly, and I'm just thinking, you know, our Gilded, so many of you have getting our luxury Gilded flakes.
Yes, they would look
If
amazing
you
on there.
put some just regular tape pen on that,
Yeah.
and then your gilding flake on top, you don't even have to use a wet glue.
No.
You've got a beautiful gilded high metallic shine frame. And for those of you who've got glitter pastes,
Yeah.
black gesso, sorry, it'll come back. And then, or cut black mount board if you want to, or just paint it with something else black. Use the black acrylic paint, paint it. And then put your
Absolutely.
glitter paste on top. Gonna look absolutely incredible.
These just, I'm
loving that, Sheena.
I'm loving how usable they are.
Yeah.
Because that's like I say, a thing that is fabulous for me. Is something that, look, there's that symbol. Look, what we're talking about. We're going to make that look metal.
It is. I
How
see what you
cool is
mean.
that? So we're going to play with all these bits. We paint a little bit on these. We've got boards here that we can do the paint fusion on. So like Leann said earlier, if you're going to cut a solid out, you may as well cut a frame out as well and do one pass and get something extra out of it. So these I'm going to paint up. I might do one like verdigris and one rusty. I've got one I've got here which will just gild, which I did previously. That's going to look fabulous on there because if you stick that on there, you've got to recess that onto that. So instead of fitting around the outside, that'll fit on there very nicely. Thank you very much. So all of these things, all of these ways to use these, which are, again, if you make to sell, are so affordable to do. You know, I keep saying when people say, what will I paint on, what will I transform? Transform something that's either a throwaway or as basic, as inexpensive as you can get, because the time's the same painting on one as the other, but people will only pay so much as an impulse buy.
Of course.
So you may as well do it on something that you've got a better markup for you. Because it's so inexpensive. So let's start, shall we, before we even start painting? Let me prepare a couple of these.
Okay.
So, and I've got one just to show you that will gild straight away. So let's start with kind of a rusty effect, shall we?
Yes,
just
please.
with a paint. So we just try playing with that. So I'm going to take
I'm so excited to see this.
I'm going to take some Payne's Grey.
You definitely need, can I just say, people, you need, what you're about to see, I have no doubt is going to blow your mind. And loads of you have already got the mount board and dies. What you're about to see Sheena do over this masterclass now is you're going to want to do it. So look, get the paints, because 20 tubes of paint plus 100 mils of the white acrylic for £24.40, £32.80 your platinum price, plus another 10% discount your Sheena price, is incredible. And look, if you're not a member of Club Inspire, £27 or £36 is what you're looking at. If you're not taking advantage of the Sheena price, then you know, it's absolutely, it's incredible. Just, you know, don't think about it, get them, and then be thrilled that you got them as you watch this unfold. Sorry, Sheena. No, that's great, because there will be some clean-up time as well here, Leann. Now, I didn't plan any of this, but you know what? We're playing, a couple of old friends, crafting, hoping you're enjoying playing with us. And that's how it goes. It is. That's what you do. So, I've got that there. I mean, I think we could just say a couple of friends, less of the old. Oh, well, thanks. We're not going to talk about that bit. No, let's not talk. Glossing over that bit, thank you very much. So, I've popped a little bit of stipple to give it that look like corrosion, using the brush that you get with the paint. Look at the state of that. So it looks pitted. It looks pitted and and textured, and because these paints are what they call like a heavier bodied paint, they will hold that shape for you really well. So now what I'm doing, I'm stippling on with that orange. And you went straight in, Sheena. Straight in, didn't clean it, no water on it, with dry brush. And I'm just trying to be kind of random with it. I don't want it to look too uniform. I do random really well when I'm trying to not be random. And then what you get is, there's a little bit there where I've been holding it, is you start to get something that starts to look like... my word. Can you see that? It looks old and ancient. Or I feel like I need to come. It looks really old already. I'm coming for I'm going to peer over the count. I'm coming over, Sheena. Yeah, it looks really, honestly, I'm so excited to see. This is just some things that you need the right tools. Look, see, doesn't that look rust? Look. Oh, you need to see it in real life. I'll lift it up for you a bit, and we're going to put a little bit of gilding wax on that as well. Oh, my word. But that's the base coat there. Put a bit of white card under that. That's when that dries, we're going to go over with a little bit of gilding wax. There you go. Look at that. It looks like metal. Can you see? That absolutely looks
You see how it's all pitted? And
I
it
would
looks...
believe that was a bit of rusty old metal frame.
I know, it's a bit, and that's it, it's cardboard.
So imagine your other dies you've got, like if you've got little cogs or wheels or like little hearts, embellishments to make it look like a locked heart. You can start to create things that look like faux metal.
Absolutely.
Using 2 paints from your collection in a manky old brush.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we're
or was that a very nice new brush?
It was. Looked a bit better than that, but yeah, we made it look even.
That is incredible.
That's like bad hair day, very bad hair day.
I'm having that today. Did I tell you what I did this morning?
What did you do?
So I had a curl that wasn't working right in the middle of my forehead, and I got very frustrated this morning. I took the scissors to it.
Scissors, did you?
And now it's too short.
Oh no!
Now it's sticking out at a right angle from my head.
When the mothers cut the kids' fringe, you know, like this, you see them on Facebook.
I'm now like a Teletubby.
Oh. We're Tinky Winky and Paul. There's another two.
I look exactly like that. That's me.
That's what you wanted to model yourself on.
I am madding myself on Zig this morning. That's what I did.
You were planning for the show.
Bad teenage moment. Which adult takes a pair of scissors to their fringe?
I've done it before.
I just did that this morning. It was very strange. Anyway, Sheena, I'm interrupting. But
it looks fine. It's all right.
I'm going away again. I might be back in a minute.
Yeah, you're rocking it, Leanne. Yeah, you're selling the style. Yeah, you're doing it with flair. So we'll pop that to one side in a minute. And we'll come back to that. This one, we're going to do more of a verdigris look.
I'm coming over for that.
This one, I think I'm going to start off with that similar background.
Yeah.
But then we're going to, in fact, yes, I am. So this is a good background.
I'm using black.
Some of your black.
Right.
If you've got black gesso, this will save your paint if you do it with the black gesso when it comes back. But you're using as little as possible anyway, because, and don't wet the brush, just keep stippling it on like this. So we'll go around again. We'll get another frame ready. I'm going to just go across the sides like this, just to make, because I don't want any white card showing. So let's do that. Now, this is a bit of like, oh, we've seen that, we've done it before, but it is necessary to show you the two different colour surfaces we're going to do 100%. On this.
And I think it's nice for a little recap, Sheena.
Yes,
because sometimes you can watch something when we're doing it speedy, and you can watch it and then think, surely that wasn't that easy, I've missed something.
Yeah.
So I think to see it again is great for everybody at home, because it just consolidates that, yes, it was in fact that easy.
It was. And also, sometimes you see things half done, you're sort of halfway there and you go, I'm sure hers didn't look like that at this stage, but it does. It looks that rubbish. It's got to look, you've got to go with it, you know, see it through.
Trust the process.
Trust the process, and it'll all be fine. So that one there now is ready. Now I'm going to wipe this up, Leanne, then I'm going to come back, make that look more rusty and make this look verdigris.
While you're cleaning that up, then let me just talk to you about our dotty tape pens for a moment. Is that all right? While you just have a little clean. And our pigment ink pads. Sheena will just clean her mat. I promise you, she's not going to do anything at all to the frame. She's just cleaning her mat, so you're not going to miss any point of the process. Don't worry, stick with us. Now, the dotty tape pens, back in stock, and you're getting 12 in a full, I lifted them all out this morning. I don't know if you need me to do it again, but oh, here we are. 12 dotty tape pens in the box. Absolutely fantastic value for money on the screen. You're already saving 35% on this deal. Your platinum price is $30.40 or your $43.20. Phenomenal price for 12. And remember, our tape pens have on average double the amount of tape that you get on a regular cheap tape pen that you buy, but you get that extra strong, reliable glue. 22 metres, 22 yards-ish of tape on each one of those pens is fantastic. There is 264 metres in this box of tape pens, and there are 3 for those of you who, but I work in feet and inches, Leanne. 264 times 3. We're doing it. 264, 2, 4, 6, 6, 12, 18, 700, nearly 800 feet. How many? 792 feet. 792 feet of exceptional quality dotty tape in that bundle for you there. Must just say your Sheena price doesn't work on this because it's already discounted by 35%, and this was on cartload last night. Sheena price will work on Sheena's ink pad bundle for you though, however, and we've got a Sheena's pick of 12, I think 13, I beg your pardon, 13 pigment ink pads here for that Sheena has picked for you, and the colours are all perfect And in that family of being able to blend for other colours. So Sheena was talking to you earlier this morning about CMYK, the primary colours, the colours that every other colour is made from, and you've got that in this bundle to be able to make up as many other new colours as you would like. So you can see you've got the blue, you've got the pink, and you've got the lemon, which will allow you to do that. They're in your 3 pigments. They're 3 of the colours you've got, which are parakeet, pink tulip and straw bale. You've also got your lemon tonic, you've got your ocean blue, you've got your crushed velvet, twilight grey, one of my personal favourites in this ink pad range, damson wine. You've then got your frost jade, Chinese red, orange, Bordeaux and plum jam. Some beautiful, beautiful colours in there. All 12 of them. Brilliant price, platinum price of £38.40 or £59.20. You've got 13 pigment ink pads there. And your Sheena price, your Sheena 10 at checkout will work and give you an extra 10% off of that price, which is to get 13 of these if you're in the UK for around 35 quid and for around £53, something like that, if you're in the US, is exceptional value for money. So definitely think about getting those too. Are you ready? In gladiator style. Sheena, ready?
Yes, I am. I don't know what the gladiator name might be. It might be something like sloth.
Oh, no. No. I think something like...
Oh, yeah, it could be fusion.
It could be fusion.
Fusion.
Can you imagine? Here she is. Yeah. Fusion.
I'm already the inkoid. Artemis inkoid. Yeah, because I've got the inkoid.
I think fusion is an extremely excellent gladiator name for you. You can be fusion, I'll be frizzy.
You'll be what?
Frizzy.
Frizzy and fusion.
Frizzy and fusion.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, it's like an 80s pop band.
It is, absolutely.
We just need big coloured earrings. Pepsi and Shirley.
With Frizzy and Fusion.
Frizzy and Fusion.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember it. It was great.
Yeah, it was.
So, rust.
Yeah.
Okay. We've dried it. We had the orange mixed in with the
Is that the
other
one you
colours.
did first?
That was the one I did first.
Okay.
The Stipley brown and black. And it's kind of merged in and we had that glow of orange because we did it when it was still a bit wet. But what I want to do is just highlight a bit more of that orange on top now. And if you wait until it's dry, it's going to sit on the top rather than mix in a bit. But you want to wait until you've done the first bit before you do this bit because you don't want to go too over the top with this bit. But it looks amazing if you dry brush it on like that. Look at that. It seriously is just so... It just looks, it's like magic. And honestly, hadn't planned this, guys. This was I think we're going to do 4 metals, Leanne went, oh yeah.
Oh my word, I absolutely love it. George is getting right in close. He's zooming in.
Fantastic.
So everybody can see what you're doing. We're challenging him. Come on, George.
We've got that. So you can leave that like that. Let me wipe the background out and I'll get you a white piece of card or find something to set it again so you can see what it looks like. Black would be really good, but I don't think I've got any at hand. I might be able to find some. Bear with, I'm looking. Oh, I've got a bit, Leanne. Found it.
You found it?
Right, yes, I'm getting. It's like moving in your new home and you're finding everything. That might show up better. Look at that.
Look at it.
It's silly, isn't it? Silly. If you
that looks like a piece of old rusty metal.
Aged, like full metal. Yeah, that's just the paint set.
But for masculine cards.
Yeah, perfect. Now we can put a little bit of gilding on, which we'll go into in a minute. Let that dry.
Okay.
Just to give it so that it reminds people that it's still metal. So we'll come back to that.
Okay.
The easiest one to do is just base coat a card with a dark colour. Traditionally, your gilding wax would use a red base for it. Okay, and so this dark red on there like that. And you put that,
why is that?
So you've got something that looks like a metal frame just with your pebio. That's as easy as you can get. So a dark reddish kind of colour, and then pop your gilding wax over that. And it doesn't have to be super careful on the application. We can be a bit heavy-handed on this because you want it to look like a gilded
So
frame.
I have just learned something. That you would put gilding onto a reddish base.
Yeah, it used to be like a red, like an oxblood red, you call it, that dark, and it would glow underneath the gilding flakes and things. So when there's a break in the gilding flakes, you would see just this red kind of little thing in there. Now, when that dries, you know it's Pebeo and you know it's metal, so you're going to buff that and it's going to look cool. So if you imagine that on there like that, straight away, there's one option we've got ready.
Look.
That you can pop that and you've got a card. Well, I might dry it a little bit there, but you can see we've already got a cool card ready to go there.
Incredible.
With the frame. Easy peasy, like that. Looks cool, doesn't it, when you get the light on it? But bearing in mind it's just mount board. Right, let's come back to these ones. I'll pop that there. So the rust, we'll pop a little bit of the Gilded wax on there because we wanted, but tiny bit, Leanne.
Yes.
Tiny bit, okay?
Can you remember? Can you remember? September.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. When I was adverse to putting my finger in the Gilded wax.
Yes.
And you actually got my finger and just
went,
stuck
yes,
it in the
do
Gilded.
it.
You just said,
Do
come
it,
on,
Leanne,
just
just
put it
do
in,
it.
Leanne. And you forced my finger into the Gilded wax.
Yes.
I've never looked back.
No,
It's because
that's
I didn't
it,
like dirty
embrace it.
hands. You said, just go to be ridiculous, Leanne, look. And that was me.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since.
That's it. Straight in the deep end with the Gilded wax. But look how now that looks even more rusty metal because I've given it a little bit. Let me show
It
you.
looks
I'll get it on
incredible.
this black card again. And then you can see.
What? Come on. That's some kind of magic tomfoolery going on
That's
over there.
alchemy.
Oh my word.
Wasn't
That
that
is.
cool?
Who would have even guessed for a second that you could cut a white mount board frame, whack a couple of colours of paint on it, and then put a bit of gilding in a couple of places, and that's what you've got. That, in Johnny's word, is Harry Potter magic right there.
Call me Voldemort. Voldemort Douglas.
Honestly, that is.
No, I don't want to be Voldemort.
You don't want to be Voldemort.
No, I'd rather be Dumbledore.
Dumbledore or McGonagall.
Oh,
Professor
oh,
McGonagall.
You know, who I love.
I love Maggie
Rickman.
Smith.
I love
Alan Rickman. You could be Severus.
Oh, Ferroverto. I could be McGonagall.
You could be McGonagall.
Or Sprout.
Oh, no, you're not Professor Sprout. Do you know Professor Sprout is Miriam Margolyes?
I watch everything she's in, Leanne.
And I went into a bar in when I was out with friends, and the DJ was a drag artist. And when I walked in, he said, "Oh my word, we're so happy! Everybody, look, Miriam Margolyes is visiting us tonight." I'm going, "Where's Miriam?" It's me.
I thought you were Miriam.
I thought I was Miriam.
Miriam. She's in the
I
80s.
think it was tongue-in-cheek humour because of my
Yes.
hair.
I think
I'm
it'd be
hoping that
naughty
was the case.
with
And then
the
I turned
hair.
around and went, "Oh, no, it's not." I'm like, "Oh, you cheeky madam."
Little tinker.
Yes, so you're definitely not Sprout.
tinker.
You can be McGonagall.
McGonagall. I love McGonagall because I'm anything Maggie Smith's in. You're going to watch.
Oh, I
aren't
love
you?
Maggie
You're
Smith.
going to watch it.
Yeah, you have.
Right. So that's the rust. We've done that. We've done a basic gilded frame. The rust. We'll do a bit of verdigris. Shall we do verdigris, Leanne?
Yes, please. I can't wait to see it. Can I read
Okay.
out some comments? Because we have got more than we can even cope with. Look, let me start where we got. Here we are. So let's start with this. Vivian Soulsby is in Newcastle upon Tyne. Watched this morning and ordered. Missing my craft class, sitting at home watching again. So
Yay.
just decided not to go to the craft class and join us. Thank you, Vivian. We are very pleased you're with us. Yeah. Gloria Chesham, great to see Sheena again. Just gone and rooted out my original stamp, sunflower and poinsettia. Going to give it a try now, loving the shows. We're really glad. Share what you've done, Gloria, let us see. Cheryl says, "Good morning, Leanne and Sheena from Nebraska. Watching on YouTube while working from home. The best two worlds, working and getting to watch Crafters TV live every day. Couldn't agree with you more." Tess says, "I just love these ideas of different ways to use our mount board."
Brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Thank you. That's what
Mary Pat, she's inviting us over to Montana.
Okay, we're there.
I think we'll
Yeah.
go. Good morning, everyone, from sunny Montana. Leanne, you absolutely must come visit. We are hugged by majestic mountains here. It's breathtaking. I think Sheena and I could be convinced to come to Montana.
I think we could. I think it would probably, work. It would need to.
Well, I'm going to call it research and development.
Research and development. Thank
Yeah.
you, Leanne. I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, if we have to, then.
Oh, go on. We'll make it work, Sheena.
Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do
Verdigris, I
verdigris.
think,
So remember, like just a recap, the white mount board, we've stippled the black and the brown paint onto there, and we've got that texture again that's given it that really, using that brush, that was a kind of looks a bit of a show up, but that's exactly what we want it to look like. That's what that is for. And already looking cool, but this time, so this is the recipe for your verdigris, we're going to put the make it look metal first. So metal first,
Right.
so not as much. So basically,
30% of the nest and
pressure.
dies and mount board have got 40. 40% of the nest and dies and mount board
I'm
have
not
gone,
surprised
Sheena.
because seriously, when you do, we can see
I
what
think
you can
everybody's
do
wanting
with
to
them.
do this that you're showing them. It's so cool.
Fabulous. So then we've put that on there. So now this is where we're giving it the metallic element now.
Okay.
So that's where that's coming from. So that's on there. But you can see the
So
texture.
metallic first.
It's the paint first.
Black
then
paint.
Then your gilded
Gilded.
wax.
Okay,
yeah.
Sheena.
But you see what we've done because we stippled it. You see the texture. I'm going to hold this up so you can see. Can you see the texture on it? Look, it looks hammered. It looks pitted.
It does.
It's not smooth like
like an
the
old
other
belt
one
buckle.
was. It's all really looks corroded already a bit. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
I love it.
So now what we're going to do, I'm going to clean me finger, get up the white from there. This just comes off the baby white, by the way. If you're wondering what takes that gilded wax off, a baby white works a treat.
Stick away does really well as
Stick
well.
away, yes, it does. I remember back in the absolutely. So what I'm going to do now is, if you look at the colour of verdigris, you'll see it's like a turquoisey kind of teal colour. It's that kind of colour. It might have a touch of green in it, but not much. But we're virtually there with that.
I love turquoise.
It's gorgeous. It's just unbelievable the colour that you get with verdigris.
And a tiny amount you
Tiny
need there,
amount.
Sheena.
Yeah, so we're going to use some gesso and we're going to pop that there as well. So there's a couple of ways you can apply this, right? So you can stipple it on so that it looks kind of static of where it needs to be.
Oh, Sheena, I'm sorry, I'm doing
Yeah.
what I complain about when I'm at your end of the table and somebody else is here. Half of the stock of the paint has now gone. So I'm going to say, you know, we've got the rest of today, and are we selling them again tonight? I don't know. We are at 6 o'clock. So, you know, if you want the paints, don't hang around. We have got them on advance delivery for you. We'll be shipping them on Tuesday, which is the 2nd of May. But the price, obviously, for 20 tubes, and you're seeing how much Sheena's using, very small amount. Such a beautiful array of colours, and will be usable in lots of different ways. And if you want to do what Sheena's showing you here, then you need to get those and get them checked out. Sorry, Sheena.
No, that's great. Yeah, and that's certainly, I mean, it's kind of important if you know, because if you don't know how many people are looking and you don't want to miss it, do you? Really, that's the point. Is okay. So now we've got some areas. Can you see how we've got some areas of that white there?
And that was with gesso.
That's just gesso, and it's just stippled on, and you can make it paler if you want. But the thing is with verdigris, it is that strong, believe it or not, when you look at it. And then what we're going to do is take a little bit of this blue and green, and then you go over that, and then you get that really cool, like oxidized kind of.
I can't hardly cope with that. Honestly,
Do you want to get the Duraglit on it or the Brasso or something?
Honestly, no. I mean, it looks incredible. It doesn't look like a piece of cardboard that you've added a paint effect to, Sheena.
But this is what I love. If you get a good set of paints, you don't need to buy a verdigris kit, a rust kit, a patina, or this, that, and the other. You just need somebody to show you how to do it with good quality paints. And that's it. And it's exactly as just Johnny was saying,
I mean,
it's the right tools.
Johnny's wisdom there said it's the tools that you need and the quality paint, because no offence, you're doing the same thing again and again, Sheena.
That's right,
just
absolutely.
changing the colours.
Yeah,
and
cheers
it's
for that.
right,
Yeah,
he's
that's
right.
Yeah. I'm off now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but look, see, so
Look, can
now
I come
you've
over and
got
have a look at that again? I'm coming over again.
verdigris frame there. And then what you can do, Leanne, if you're done, like we'll let that dry, and if you think I want a bit more gold on that, you can literally go over again with a touch, little bit, and think, right, we'll have a little bit gold showing through here, a little bit more, so that it's a bit mixed in a bit. And it really does. It's like 4 effects, and you can do this. You can.
But the hammered effect,
It's great, isn't it? And that's
like
that's just with the
metal.
stippling, and that there, and that's where you want to be random with that turquoisey colour, because that is what's going to make it look like what you want it to look like.
Oh my word!
You
Look
get
at
the
the
gild.
flash
Watch
of
the
the
flash.
gild. It's like an old photo frame in
Yeah,
like a stately home.
Yes.
Or something like that. It's been left out and forgotten and forgotten. It just is absolutely...
It's just clever, isn't it?
It's exceptional. You would not think that was card. If you walked past that and you didn't know that you had just made that of mount board, you wouldn't know it was card.
No, and that's exactly what you want to be doing.
Absolutely.
To put your, you know, to sell and make it look cool. So I'm going to have a clear up now, and then we'll do a bit of painting, eh?
Okay, I'm coming back. I'm running back to my place. Here I am. Sheena's going to have a little clean up. So say that again. I can't cope, Johnny. I can't keep up, there's too much going on. I'm joking. Half of the stock of the paints have gone now. I'm not surprised, and that's because you can see what Sheena is doing with them and the incredible effects it's having. And of course, using those acrylic paints on top of darker materials, I would never have thought of that. I would have thought I had to use them on a white card or a white background. I wouldn't have known that I could do them on that black background and get such amazing results. And that is the joy of having Sheena with us, because she shares her years of experience, extreme professionalism, all of those hacks that you can apply at home with everything you've got. And you can get those paints for $24.40 and $32.80 plus another 10% off in the Platinum Club for 20 paints and 100 mils of white acrylic paint. What a bargain that is. I just have to say, so many of you, I can't keep up with all the comments, there's so many of you. Thank you everybody who's joining and who's sending in the love and appreciation for the show that we're bringing to you, and especially the techniques Sheena's bringing. We're grateful that you're with us. Jane Quigley says, hello everyone again, I've just shopped the bundle of dyes and that amazing price gesso. Thank you, Jane. Annie on YouTube says, I love the banter between them. They're bouncing off one another. A lifetime of friendship, Annie, but thank you very much. Evelyn Kiefer says, can you only use multimedia dyes to cut the mount board? Yes. Eve says, can't wait to get my room right so I can enjoy doing all that I'm learning and buying. Great show, Leann and Sheena. Thank you, Eve. Tess, Leann, if I keep placing orders this morning, I'll never get any breakfast made. I guess it could be a new diet plan. So what I'm doing is 16-8 fast, Tess, so you're in good company. Michelle Parsons says, could you achieve the metal look by just dabbing your gilding wax over a layer of thick black gesso? It's not quite the same, is it, Sheena?
You'll get an aged look.
Yeah.
But if you want the rust, you need that orangey colour in there. And if you want the verdigris, you absolutely need the turquoise.
You need the paints, etc.
Yeah,
I mean, for you know, if you're in the US, for $32.80 minus 10%, $29. For $29, you need the paint. I know I had to lift my glasses up to see the screen. Sorry, you know what I'm like. One more. Jane Quigley, I'm loving the frame mix. Gosh, you learn something new every day. Margaret Frisner, in capital letters, alchemy, I say. You are right, Margaret. It is alchemy happening here in the studio today with Fusion and Frizzy. Look, check out your baskets. The stock is going quickly on the mount board, the dyes, the paints, the gesso, the brushes. Please don't hang around if you feel that you might want them. Get them, be confident. Watch the fantastic demos from Sheena. We're going to give you a minute to check out your baskets, so here's a little video for you.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
We've just been talking about how fabulous Crafters TV is, and I think those videos always just re-establish that, don't they? How proud I am to be part of Crafters TV. Sheena's absolutely loving being here with us, and how much we really appreciate you joining us and sending in your comments. It just is one big happy family. Right, so stamps flying. You're absolutely loving them. So let's just take a minute to have a look at this fabulous bundle that we've got for you. The Paint Fusion stamps. You've got 7 full collections here, and each of them in a different theme. Your platinum price of $37.99 or $47.19 will reduce by 10% when you use your Sheena 10 code for that Sheena price in the show. So you would take an extra 10% off the prices that you see on the screen. So the first one we've got here for you is the butterfly collection. So you've got your wild rose in there, you've got that lovely butterfly in there too, and when you use that, this is the kind of result you're going to be able to achieve with your butterfly and your wild rose. There's the crackle background that Sheena showed you this morning, and that is the type of thing you're going to be able to achieve. So that's the first set. Then we've got our, I always say this, and you always say I'm right, Sheena, thank you for that. This is the set you need to start your paint fusion journey. It's the simple things, isn't it? It's the little accents and embellishments. It's creating a paint fusion little bunch of lavender and being really proud of it. And those little rosebuds with 3 dots where you swirl the handle.
Exactly.
I absolutely love that. So you've got that set as well. We've got our poppy collection here, and the poppies look absolutely beautiful. Look at those. So this is what you're going to be able to create with the poppy collection. It's stunningly, stunningly beautiful. I have got a candle that Sheena poppied for me 12 years ago. Still.
I poppied it.
Honestly, she poppied it for me. The berries, one of my very, very favourites. I love doing them, and I love what they look like when they're done. The berries look absolutely incredible. Look at those. And that's been glossed over, varnished over, just on a cheap notebook from any of your high street shops. Just, on them very, very cheap ones. Do all of the techniques, the crackle and then the painting that Sheena will show you. That's what your berries are going to look like. We've then got the lilac. Absolutely love this lilac. I've got a sample of it here. Here we go. I also think this could be a little bit, so lilac, buddleia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could
That's
be,
it. Just
couldn't
make
it?
it a little bit narrower for
Just
Buddy,
make it
yeah?
a bit narrower.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same technique, exactly.
Same technique. Looks absolutely, oh my word. I love everything about that. That's the traditional colour, but look how fabulous this little wall hanger is using that same set. I mean, could that be any more beautiful if it
What
tried?
my team like, Leanne? The
Your
ink oils
team
are amazing.
are exceptional when it comes to this type of
Yeah,
technique.
yeah,
They're inimitable, I think, Sheena. And these, by the way, all using those dies and mount board. So that's the triangle die with the mount board, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. You know that little sweet set I said about the rosebuds with 3 dots of paint and swirl them? There's your heart mount board. Heart dies and mount board from that set, and that's that little sweet set I showed you with those tiny little rosebuds around the outside. When I showed you the lavender, that's what you can do with that. It's just simple and beautiful. If you did chalkboard paint behind there,
oh, chalkboard would look fabulous for a
can you
little
imagine a
girl's
chalk
room.
for a little girl's
Lovely.
room with little positivity messages or things to
Yeah.
remember for school? Wouldn't that be gorgeous? So that's that set. Then we've got the rose bloom. This makes my heart happy. I love turquoise and blue. Oh my word, look at that. The rose bloom collection. Absolutely exquisite. Look at that.
Gorgeous,
That's just doing the
isn't it?
crackle Sheena showed you in Wake Up Call this morning. And I must just show you again, those dies and mount board. Look at this with that rose bloom. Look how beautiful that is as a little decoration piece. Let me just turn that round, come round with a little hip. Oh, there we are. With a little, what do you call them on the bottom? What do you call them?
It's the professional finish, Leanne.
It is the professional finish.
That's
These
what
have
it gives
these
you.
have got a name. Rose hips. There, that's them. Rose hips. There we go. They absolutely look beautiful. And then finally, you've got your daisy. I love the daisy. Look here again, the triangles. There's some bunting. You've got your rose, you've got your poppy and your little daisy in the centre. That's what daisy's going to do for you. They just go on and on, honestly. There are so many beautiful things that you can see that have been made. Sheena's team are labombe.com, and I just have to show you quickly. I need to work out who's done this because, look, this is from Karen Sonnenberg. I can't even begin to tell you how incredible this is. I'm going to try and hold them to show you all 4 together. I'm not going to do a very good job of it. But basically, 4 coasters. Here we are. This is what I'm going to do. 4 coasters that go together in a set. There we go, when they go together. There we are, and it makes that lovely lilac come together. You've got that lovely shine on it. Varnish them with a heat set varnish. And inexpensive, but incredible gift for somebody, but inexpensive. And if you're selling at craft fairs, oh, the world is your oyster. Really, it is. So I can't advocate enough that you get those stamps and give them a try, because truly, if I can do it, anybody can. And I struggled at first until Sheena showed me how, and I practiced a little bit, and it's just so easy. I made big box for my mum for her wedding keepsakes when she married my stepdad Ian, and also for my niece Sarah for her 16th birthday, and that was 12 years ago. She's 28, just gone this month, and she still has that box on her dressing table today with her makeup in. So it's about heirlooms, isn't it, Sheena?
And
it's about a gift of love and time. Memories. It is about memories. What would you like to look at next, Johnny? Oh, we're going back to Sheena. All right, I was just having a nice time chin whacking with you all. But it's not about me. It's all about Sheena. Sheena, we're coming back to you.
Fabulous. Well, I thought we'd do some painting now.
Okay.
What do you think of the poppy? I'm thinking the poppy would look really nice
love
on
a
this
poppy.
one. If you look at that there, so just to recap, we can do a poppy. We'll paint it and then we'll see which frame looks best. Let me just pick this up. So we've got this standard kind of gilded kind of frame, thin frame. We've got the Verdigris frame, which we'll look at as well. And we'll paint it then again. See which one we think is going to look the coolest. I do think that looks cool. Or the rust. So this is where we'll go with that. We're going to paint poppies in there. What do you reckon, poppies, Leanne?
I like the poppies,
Yeah,
yeah.
poppies. So this is the background I did earlier, just with the gesso and just brushed some paint into it. So let me show you what you get. So it's not Paint Fusion stamps, aren't just stamps. And as we were talking earlier, you just can use them as stamps. They are just stamped. That looks like a poppy. You know, you've got your open poppy, you've got your sideways poppy, you've got little bits to add. You can stamp and emboss. This will look lovely as little kind of twiddly bits in amongst it, and your poppy leaves. But what you also get is inside the instruction sheet that tells you how to put it together. But it's also, and not just to look at it, it's a do something one. Because what you do is you put your clear acetate over, tape it down. The construction acetate actually works better. And you literally then paint over the top of all these brush strokes and then wipe it clear. Just a little bit baby wipe it off again. It'll come off plastic, easy like that. Then do it again and do it. And then when you feel confident, you go, all right, because all you have to really learn is one shaped petal. The stamp puts all those bits in where they need to be. So all you're doing is just varying that same shape petal and you're moving the thing around as you're going. So as long as you can anchor your hand and do that and turn it around and do that again, do it 4 times, you've got a poppy. That's
Amazing.
it. So we'll do the poppy now.
Okay.
Let's do that on here. So now next thing is you want to stamp these. You can stamp them with the paint, but it gets messier. So I prefer to use one of the opaque pigment ink pads. And I'm just going to grab my rocker block here. And I would say start with the main star of the show. So I'm going to, every time I do this, I don't spend too much time mapping it out, to be honest, because it usually looks good whichever way you do it.
Yeah.
So the point being, we just want an ink that's going to just show up enough.
For a pale line, Sheena, which makes sense for those colours that you've put together in that bundle.
The pale line, yeah. Can you see what's just in there? You know when I said pale? Like, not invisible, Leanne.
Okay.
Bear with while I find another ink
Would you
pad.
like it to the colour?
I would need another colour, thank you.
I
I
will
think I've
bring you
got some under here as
like
well.
a pale one. What about like a twilight grey?
That might work better. Thank you, Leanne.
You're welcome.
Coming in. Cheers for that.
Welcome.
So, yeah, that colour I found was great on black pearl. Not so much when it's the same colour as the background. There you go. So, right, let's do that again. So we'll ink that up. And if you don't see it, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about it.
No.
Because that's all good. So we'll pop that there. Oh, just about see it,
No,
Leanne.
got a different one.
Try it again. Right, this is the hour gone with Leanne and I looking for it. Have you got a yellowy one? You know,
I have got a yellowy
contrasting
one.
colour. Thank you.
Lemon tonic.
Even better. Lemon tonic. Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Welcome.
Cheers. Let's do it
Teamwork
again.
makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
I'll
so
read some
now,
comments out while you're doing that.
this will show up
Will it?
because yes, because it's the opposite on the colour wheel. It's a contrasting colour. There you go. I can see it now, and I just need to see it. I don't need it. That's what you're going to do. Is you're going to have a play bit to see one that you can see, but one that isn't going to
Oh, I can see. Right.
come in like kind
Yes,
of
it's not going to
interfere
overpower the
with.
colour. You're going to go over the top.
Yeah.
It's just giving you a framework.
It's just giving you that guide, exactly.
Yes, I
so you
understand.
don't want that to show at the end of the day. So we'll pop that there.
Do you have to heat set it?
No, I've
No?
just been painted because ultimately
Amazing.
we're just going to paint over the top of it.
Right,
So it
amazing.
doesn't matter. So we'll pop that there. We'll do a sideways, maybe 1 or 2 there.
Lovely.
3s apparently, if you're flower arranging, are good. 4s are bad.
Yes.
Apparently it's like...
1s, 3s, and
I don't think I'll
5s.
fit. Well, we'll see. I think I might have struggled to put 3 on.
Would you? Oh, just do 2.
Let's try it. Let's do it because even if it's coming out of the frame, it look quite cool. So we'll pop that on
Laurie
there.
Barnett's had a great idea, Sheena.
What was that?
Laurie says, could the mount board frames be run through an embossing folder for texture before painting? You know when you've done the metal... Yes, they
with
could.
a Gemini, would you think
Yes,
it would
we've
do?
had- we have embossed mount board before with the
Wow,
Gemini.
that would
So
look
I
amazing.
would say with your 2D folders, not your 3D. I think mount board in a 3D
Oh,
folder
that would be really thick,
too
wouldn't
much,
it? Yeah.
thickness in your sandwich. But I think if you've got a 2D embossing folder or a stencil, because we emboss stencils in the Gemini that
that would
precious
look
so
cool.
much.
You just need enough impression,
Yes.
just to pick up that when you put the gilded wax on, just that little bit of
Yes.
texture. It's surprising how little it needs to be because you saw even paint stippled on.
I think that's a
Not
great
even a
idea,
texture
Laurie.
paint will show up on that. So we've got like a really bright lemony colour there, which is going to cover over, so we're fine. We're good with that.
Lovely.
And I'm going to take the this is the 1/2 inch brush here, and I'm going to wet it. Always wet your brush before you start, and then take out the excess water. You don't want it dripping. You just want it the bristles moistened. So then what we're going to do is we'll pick up the colour. We can, you can have a California poppy. You can have a different colour poppies if you want.
We've got some yellow ones in our garden.
Yes, yellow, gorgeous. Now I'm torn. I'm wondering, Blue on
Are you
blue.
Natalie
Should we
Imbruglia?
do the colour? That I am torn. Another on the playlist.
Another one for the playlist. Natalie Imbruglia torn.
Oh, I'm so torn. Should we try a blue one?
Yeah, go for it.
You see it, all the plans I've got in my head, Leanne, they're all out the window, aren't they? I'm just like, I'm doing a red
I like
poppy.
that
No, I'm
idea.
doing a blue poppy. So we'll try that
It's your
blue
poppy,
there.
you do whatever you want.
I'm doing anything I want, that's it. Yeah. And I might put a bit of white out as well, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. We might do 3 colours on this one. Whoa. Caught it.
Well
What
done.
you didn't see was a top out of the paint that bounced 3 times, and then I caught it.
That's, I mean, you
In mid-air, like that, was
in
like
mid-air.
that. Boing. It went,
What?
boing.
I mean, fusion strikes again.
Oh, that's the power of fusion. So I'm going to pop some white out as well, so we can have a little bit of a highlight. So, right, let's see what we've got going on here. So remember that brush stroke.
She was cat-like.
I mentioned, I was pounced, I was ready to
You pounced.
any minute, yeah.
You were
So,
pounced.
Pounced, I was pounced, I was no. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop talking now.
Yeah.
So what I've got, I'm using this spray bottle here, which is brilliant because...
I can't get over the glycerin in the spray
Yeah,
bottle.
glycerin. So fill your water, the bottle up to a centimetre from the top with water, and then put that last centimetre glycerin. You need it really dilute, but what that's going to do is just make your paints slightly thinner, but also stop them drying. So every now and again, give them a little spritz, and it stops, because once acrylic paint dries, it's dry. You can't really do anything with
reawaken it.
Yeah, that's it. So I'm putting the dark colour on one side and the white and that the other blue on the other side, like this. So I'm just mixing that in. So I want ideally to show this up, and this is more like in Europe this style developed a lot, and you know, different countries develop different styles,
Yes.
Leanne, for folk painting.
Yes.
This style here, this kind of technique was the one that kind of came to popularity in Europe. Oh, look at that's pretty, isn't it?
I love it.
That's nice. I can see a little bit of that yellow there, so I'm going to just go a bit thicker on this darker colour here, on this light colour on the edge. And that's the thing you can do with this. If you want to change it slightly, if you want to go over, you can. And actually, I'm not minding. It's picking up a little bit of that blue up. I think that's really pretty.
I really
so
think that's lovely.
We'll pop that there. So we're just pushing a bit more in, and then we'll do this one here. So again, just ruffle it. And I love the little variation we're getting on that.
Oh,
Isn't that
gosh.
pretty?
It is so beautiful, Sheena.
And you can just take your time. There's no rush. All you do, you just it's very relaxing.
Very mindful, very
Very mindful.
very therapeutic.
Absolutely.
And then you have something that you're incredibly proud of at the end,
Yeah.
where you feel like you've achieved, like you've accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are amazed. And when they see, they would. And again, you know, if you're crafting to sell, time is money. And the fact that this is such a quick kind of technique, you're going to paint things really quickly when you think we're taking our time, but we've already got the poppy almost painted.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Just amazing. And I have to say, Cherry Miller on YouTube says, Sheena is so talented and generous with her teaching.
Oh, thank
I
you.
couldn't agree with you more, Cherry.
Thank
As
you.
someone who, everything she knows about adding colour to anything, learned from Sheena. Absolutely. Di Hedges says, Sheena is just mesmerising to watch. I'm glued, having just joined the party. Welcome, Di. You're very welcome at our party.
Oh, yeah, brilliant party. I'm loving it here.
I am too. I'm having
Yeah.
the best day, honestly.
Yeah.
Jan Wright says, woohoo! Watching masterclass with Sheena and my fusion stamps have just been delivered. Fabulous. Can't wait to get started.
Oh, perfect timing. Brilliant. So what I'm doing here, Leanne, I'm painting these outside 2 petals first, and I'm just again conscious of that yellow. You know, when you said, oh, I heat set it, I probably, if I didn't want it to pick up, I could have, but I'm actually quite liking it. It's
I
giving
love
it a little glow to it.
Yes.
So, and I'm going to paint the middle one. So
It
this
feels
one,
like it's got some kind of inner candlelight glow.
it does. It looks really pretty, actually. And then I'm dragging down, and that's giving me that kind of finish to the bottom. I can tidy that up later if I want, or I can put the stalk there, and that'll cover that little bit. That's
beautiful.
But can you see how we've got a petal over? So do the 2 side ones, then that
And then
one.
the middle one.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit like when I'm teaching alcohol colouring, about bringing things to the foreground and putting them in the background so it looks like they're lying on top of each other.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Build it from the back and then forward. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that white because that is a little bit yellowy there. So you see how if you do it and you go, right, no, not happy with that, don't worry, we can go over it again. I'm going to pop a little bit more. See how we need that extra white, Leanne? If I show you my white paint compared to my other ones, you'll see how much less there is. Look.
Yes.
See?
So having that big tube of white included,
exactly,
super important.
that's why I wanted that, because then you don't want to have to buy a whole full set of paints because you need white. So we've thought of everything for you.
Of course. I just have to tell you this, and I'm going to start. This lady said this is might not sound like a compliment, but it is. So I'm going to read it out. It might not sound like a compliment, but Sheena looks like my grandmother. I lost her years ago, but I can't watch Sheena without thinking about her. She was only 39 when I was born, not an old lady.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'll stick at 39. If your grandmother was 39 and that's the memory, I'm happy. I'll take it.
Yes, take that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tracy Harris says, what a duo. Fabulous show, ladies. Thank you for all the wonderful demos, Sheena.
Thank you. Well, we're loving it. We're just
having a nice time.
I'm hoping you can tell that we just
Good
love
friends.
working together and having a laugh together. And I've got to say, nobody makes me laugh like Leann does. and the thing is the problem being that we lose control.
We do.
And when we're trying to behave, it's worse.
We do.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely.
we're being very well behaved in this hour, actually.
We've been really well behaved this hour. But you were like, you know, when a couple of kids and they're all like, and then they were asleep in the corner.
And then they're burned out.
Exactly. That's it, yeah. So, right, so now what I've done is I've added some of this green here, and I quite like this kind of cooler tones with this. I think it looks quite nice keeping it, and that's a cool green. It's got, so with a green, it can be a warm green or a cool green. And if it's a warm green, it's more yellowy, right? If it's a cool green, it's more bluey. And this has definitely got more bluey, isn't it?
Yes.
Hasn't it? So, but then it goes nicely with that. So I'm going to keep it like that. And in fact, what you can do, sometimes you can try and go over the colour that you've just used, if it's still a little bit wet, and it'll tone that in a little bit more for you. So let me see how that looks. So it's a little bit stylized, like I was saying earlier. Change up the colour palette to make it look a bit more current, yeah? So if you have a play with the colours, instead of just thinking, I'm just going for that straightforward, whatever colour, try mixing it up a little bit, be a bit daring, try the monochrome, try anything like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one up here. So I'm using the stamp, but just as a guide to say, well, that'll go there. And what I'm trying to also do is I'm trying to catch that yellow that's on there, because it is quite strong. But what I'll do then is I can just pull that across there, and we've got that one there.
But you know, because you used the yellow, it's almost like a little flash of sunshine.
It does look like there's on a sunny day, doesn't it?
It wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? Because it could just be that, you know, it's a sunny day and the sun's caught the edge.
Absolutely, I think that looks really nice.
Yeah.
If there was a problem, then you would just let the ink dry, then do it. You know, get the heat gun on it, like Leann said, and then go back and do it. But I like it. If it was, like I say, a problem, you can always change it. So we've got that there. We've got some leaves. I quite like that kind of tone on tone, very slightly. It's very similar, but with a touch of green. And what I'm going to do is use that round brush in this set. And when you're using the round brush, use the paint in a thinner consistency, okay? So we can pull that there like that, and then we'll just make this one come maybe down like that, and like this. Oh, a bit of water. Careful of any water around the edge of your brush, because what will happen is it can drop. Let me just get a bit of paper.
Can I just as well share with everybody the technique you told me for that? Because when I ever tried to do those little thin lines with that brush, they were never thin enough.
Yeah.
And what I was doing is I had my hand free flowing in the air.
Yes.
I wasn't anchoring my hand on the desk. I didn't understand anchoring a hand on the desk. I didn't understand it. And I know you hear me talk to you about it in Academy of Colour all the time when it comes to brush flicks with the Illustrator and brush markers.
Yeah.
And it was Sheena, when I was trying to do the lines of the stalks for this Paint Fusion, that taught me how to anchor my hand on the desk and just move my fingers to do the line, and how much more control you have, Sheena.
So much more control, so much more. Yeah, because when I'm drawing, I do the same thing. It just, it just gives you that, you know, it steadies it for you. And then you can do little things like this, just add them in. And it just makes them look a little bit more yours and a little bit more See little twiddlies like that, and all you
Yes.
have to do is make sure that your paint is of the consistency that's wet enough to let you do this kind of extra little flourishes if you want. So now we've got the middles to do with the poppies. Now you can do them, let's do them with that Payne's grey, okay? And see what that looks like.
That,
which is,
I have to say, is I
pitch
can't
black one.
I can't find the descriptive word to communicate how exceptionally beautiful that is. Now it looks good on your screens because I can see a screen here in front of me. I went and had a little peek. In real life, it is almost like it's glowing out of the card, Sheena.
oh, thank you. It's pretty, isn't it?
unbelievable.
It's turned out nice. So I've done that. Actually, I picked up the black. So it's not Payne's grey, guys. It's black. But what I'm going to do as well, instead of going over a colour or yellowy colour, I'm just going to go over the top with a little bit of white, just to give that little touch of like pollen-y kind of look on the top of that their flower there. If it's a little bit too white and somewhere, we can tone it down a little bit. And then we've got that is what we've just done. We'll bring a frame in a minute and see what we think and see how
Oh,
that's
Sheena.
look.
And look, everyone, you can do this at home because you get that teaching aid for your brush strokes. Sheena has broken it down into separate little elements to make it possible. Use those fabulous paints that we've got for you today, and this is something you could be creating at home yourself when you get this home.
That's it. It's not, if you couldn't do it, we wouldn't be bringing it back. We wouldn't have had a second release of Paint Fusion. We couldn't, it would be pointless, because if only I can do it, then hello, what's that about?
Yep.
But it is, that's the point. And the point being, this is all based around stamping, which we know we can do, and we're comfort zone, absolutely, and folk painting, which may not be in your comfort zone, you might not be aware of, but it's been around for centuries, and it's a way of easy painting techniques that are easily teachable and something you can hand down within families when you couldn't go out and buy a bit of wallpaper or a painted bit of fabric or anything like that. And also in the UK, it was, you know, the tinware on canals and things would corrode, so they'd use an enamel paint to protect it, and then decorate it. So back in the day, it would be oil paints, enamel paints, and now we've got
I absolutely love it. And you know what I love, and I don't want this to sound like I'm hoping it won't sound, but when eventually I leave our mortal coil, this mortal coil, won't it be lovely that Sarah, my niece, has got the box that I did for her on her 16th birthday? Do you know what I mean? It's an heirloom, isn't it? It's something that stays in the family forever. It's your handiwork that you've painted with your hand. It's like what I always say, write greetings cards. I know it's great getting them sent online, but make sure your handwriting's in there. Look at that once it's framed. Just
Isn't that pretty?
Absolutely. I can't believe we've watched that come together, Sheena. It is, with the Verdigris one. Hallelujah, yes, please,
the
thank you.
Verdigris, I think looks good on it, doesn't it?
Look at, oh my word. It's a piece of art. You would
It's
want that on
cool,
the wall.
isn't it? You can
Those
put these in
colours.
panels on furniture and things and varnish them, and then I see what the rust looks like. Again, it's going to be more of a contrast. And
I love them all, but the Verdigris is my favourite.
the Verdigris did look nice because it kind
Picks
of
up the
goes in
colours.
with the colour scheme, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely exceptional,
back to Verdigris.
exceptional, and you can do that yourself at home very easily because of the way the stamps have been broken down for you, because of the easy way Sheena has made it accessible for you, and of course using those paints with it, you're going to be fusioning to your heart's content. Sheena, when we come back, would you mind, you know the little sweet set? You know the little sweet set, would you mind just showing everybody the 3 dots in a rose?
Yeah, should we do a little bouquet? It'd be really quick to do a bouquet.
Would that be okay?
Yeah,
because
no,
I
let's
think
do
if
that.
if everybody's at home and they're looking at the bundle and thinking, I really want to do it, but I'm scared. Because I know that's how I felt, and there might be a couple of you thinking that. I think when you see Sheena use this little sweet set, which is in that stamp bundle, and we do a little bouquet with it, well, we won't, Royal We, Sheena's going to do a little bouquet with it. At that point, you're going to go, yes, I can do that. If I can do that, I can build up my skills over some time, and then I'll be doing the poppies in a week. And I promise you that's what you'll be doing. While Sheena's getting that stuff ready, let me just remind you, because it's incredibly busy, half the stock of this has gone now, of our nesting dies and mount board. You're getting 34 dies in total. You've got 4 full sets of dies, and the price that you've got is essentially your circle nesting dies and your mount board free of charge. So you're not paying for either of those. 10 sheets of white mount board, set of 9 circle mixed media, multimedia nesting dies. And then you've also got your square, your heart, and your triangle nesting die as well. You've got 9 in the square, 9 in the heart, and 7 in the triangle set for you, and we'll cut a myriad of materials. They'll cut your thick mount board, they'll cut your wood veneer, they'll cut your craft metal, they'll cut 8 layers of craft cotton, they'll cut canvas and denim and felt and so many other materials, aluminium can, craft metal, just so many things that you want to try, really thick acetate for all of that mixed media type project that you want to do. But for today, your mount board shapes, so that you're able to, this is with the nesting dies, your mount board shapes, create those home decor pieces in different sizes, create the bunting that isn't from fabric and paint it with your Paint Fusion stamps, absolutely beautiful. Make lovely little decorative pieces for home. This is the little rosebud that Sheena is just about to show us how to create. Looks like it could be complex. It's very, very easy to do. Little fridge magnets as well. This is a little fridge magnet, which is absolutely lovely. You know, just lovely little decorative pieces on there. The coasters that we looked at before. And then as your confidence grows, you'll start to move into the different pieces. So your nesting dies and mount board for you today is $55.99 or $87.19. You're going to get your Sheena price, because you're going to put Sheena 10 in at the checkout, and you will get an extra 10% of the prices that you can see on the screen for you. It's a phenomenal deal. You're getting your circle dies and your mount board essentially free of charge in this bundle. A great saving that you've got there, and very usable, not just for this technique, but for many other, and even just create, can you imagine creating circle frames? Circle frames, Sheena. I'm having a black pearl moment.
A black pearl. Lovely.
Frames,
oh, with that.
circle frames. That is going to be. Where do you sit? Where can you buy a circle frame? A mount board frame. I haven't seen them anywhere.
You can't cut a circle. You can't draw and cut a circle.
It's impossible to draw and cut a circle. So where doesn't exist. You're going to be able to do that yourself with this set. It is so usable. You're going to absolutely love it. Paint brushes. Right, see if she can remember. The paint brushes are green on the screen, which means
they soon won't be seen.
correct. Yay! Ben will be so proud. It took me 6 months to remember that.
Did it? Yeah,
Yes, so you've done well.
You, I didn't. Johnny told us.
Don't give away the secret. You're all right. I know Johnny told you. It's a secret between us. They are limited stock. I'm not surprised. They're a fantastic set. Very reasonable. We had a 5-pack and 4-pack. So you've got a 4-pack of brushes. Great deal. Limited stock. So if you want the brushes, do rush ahead and get them. And the paints are still going very fast. So get the paints. Let's go and have a look, Sheena. Are we going to do the little rose?
Yes.
Yes.
But what I've got here, this is the cracker one we did earlier. We should
Oh,
maybe show that
yes.
again. This, yeah, watch that back for that, because that was using tacky glue. If you haven't got tacky glue, get that. But the only thing is I've brought this here, Leanne, is I want to darken it down a little bit. I want to dirty it down a little bit. So this is where all your other stuff comes in. So I'm using my water reactive ink now.
I love them.
And I'm just dragging it around the corner here because I want it to look a bit more vintage and aged. Okay, so I'm just dragging this like that. Can you see how it looks so much much darker? Can you see how it's really toned that down a lot? So that's another thing. So all these ideas, tips and tricks are things that are going to enhance your Paint Fusion. All right, so there, great. Much better. That's going to be spot on. Now let's just go ahead and we'll
And how
power paint.
different does that look immediately?
Yeah, doesn't it?
It
Just that
really
little
does,
thing there.
Sheena.
Yeah.
Immediately looks completely different.
Exactly. Now, I hope this shows up on here, Leanne. I have a feeling it might not. I'm going to have to go darker.
Would you like a Bordeaux?
A Bordeaux might work, yes. It's kind of opposite to what I'm using, but I'm thinking we could paint over the top of it. Okay, so let me pop
Are you
that.
doing pink roses?
I am doing pink roses.
That's why I thought Bordeaux.
Yeah, lovely. All right, we'll pop that in. So all we're doing here is we just want to see the shape to
Yes.
follow, right? And I've popped that there so because I think that bouquet will fit better. Yes, that's perfect in that.
Did I do a good
origin.
decision?
Sorry?
Did I do a good decision?
You did a good decision.
Oh,
Spot
thanks.
on. Yeah. There you go. Zig and zag right again.
Yeah.
So now what I'm doing is I'm going to take some green, yeah, and this brush here. So I'm going to paint, I'm going to go as quickly as I can, just so we can get this so you can see it, all right? And a little bit of brown and maybe a little bit of white, rose bit of white. And we'll pop that on there. So I'm going to pop that in there and I'm going to pounce, just pounce. So this looks like, by stippling, it actually looks like, you know, if you were real flower arranging, it looks like kind of oasis, you know, when you put make the shape, the basic shape of your, kind of shape, and then you put your flowers into it. That's kind of filling that in for you. And it's also providing a backdrop that the leaves will look really cool against. I'm not going to put any white on there. I'm just going to do that as that. Then I'm going to take the smaller brush and I'm going to then paint some little leaves by taking some white and some green and push that in like that. I might take a little bit of that brown again just to make that look a little bit more earthy and pop it like that. And then pop that there like that. And then I'm going to paint some leaves like this in amongst, and that's as quick. And I love the fact that I've kept this muted and oh, you see, right now, here's the thing. If you put the wrong side on the wrong side,
Yes.
it's like Ghostbusters, never cross the stream. Right? Oh yeah, I've just been slimed. Right? So if you do, just clean the brush.
Start
Wet
again.
your paper, but I did that for you. This is
course
my
you did.
gift
This
to
is
you today. Do you
educational.
like that? That I just did that deliberately for you, as if I would ever make that mistake. It's easy to do, guys, when you've just been playing in things. You go, what did I just do? What am I like? But we've probably got enough paint there. We'll see what we get on with these two here, and then we'll just push that in there, continuing like that, and then. So can you see how that? And then here, and just continuing. So I'm turning the thing around so that makes it easier than turning yourself around. And so we've got the leaves going in there. If you want to make any a bit paler, you can just go over them again. So maybe a little bit more white on a couple of them, because it's quite a dark background. And pop a little one, maybe that one there, and then one. Let's put one up there as well. And so can you see, we're just creating, we're kind of, it's as if when you are real flower arranging and you create that kind of base with all the foliage, and then you come in and your star of the show's there, all pretty with your roses and rosebuds. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to cease and desist, put the brush down, walk away, and now we're going to put the rosebuds on.
And anybody can do that. This is the simple place to start. So if you are watching and thinking, oh, I don't know, can I? This is the one that I would encourage you to start with. It's where I started, that and the little bunch of lilac. And
Absolutely.
it's so satisfying because you don't think you're going to be able to do it, and then you do it and you're like, oh my word, I can't believe it. It looks fabulous.
Exactly. That stipply in the middle, this is exactly what paint fusion's like. You know, you may have tried folk painting before and thought, oh, it's a bit tricky, because you've got nothing to help you. It's like, you know, you've got nothing to tell you what size or how to put those petals together. This is all there for you. All you're doing is you've got that blueprint, you've got that safety net of having this underneath, and it makes it so much easier, guys, just being able to follow that and then do your own thing, or go off plan. Just do, you know, use it just as a rough kind of marker, and then, you know, the more you do, the more you'll go off plan. Simple as that, because your confidence will grow and you think, oh, I think I'll do a little bit of a flourish here and I'll do a little bit of that there, and that'll be lovely. So I'm just popping little quick super quick little leaf type marks here, just with that fine brush. And then finally one little bit up here, like that. And then finally the rosebuds that we were talking about, how long, about 3 years ago? No, we're good. Right, there you go. So now we've got the base, right, rosebuds. Pink or burgundy? Should we go burgundy with it being darker? Or purple? Purple would look nice.
Purple would look lovely with that background
Yeah, I think we
colour.
could do a bit of each. So we'll do a bit of purple and then you don't have to decide. Let's do purple.
Purple.
And a pink.
And a pink, yes please.
All right, so
I love
here's what
that
I'm going to do. I'm
fuchsia.
going to take the end of my
Love
brush
that fuchsia colour.
and I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to do a dot there. So load it up quite well, quite a bit of paint on there and dot. And then we'll do one there and then we'll do another dot down here like that and maybe another one of those down there. And I'm not going to clean the brush, I'm going to go straight into purple because it's a darker colour and you won't even see the difference because one will cover the other. Pop that there. And then we'll pop that there. So that might be enough for the minute. We can always add in if we want. Then we're going to take the white and then dot next to all these colours while they're still wet. Don't think you're going to be like super efficient and I'll do like 10 cards like this and then I'll go back with the other colour because you need that first dot to be wet for this next bit, which is then you take your end of your brush and you just go and just swirl it around like that. And where you've got
It's
that
incredible.
variation in colour as well,
Look at it.
you got little
How
rosebuds.
you can't
in a little
believe that
bouquet.
those little dots of colour just bring that to life like that with the end of your paintbrush, Sheena.
It's so sweet, isn't
It's
it? It really is.
magical.
And then you've got a really cool little panel that
I love
looks
it.
very vintage. You know what you could put on there? Like the paint markers, the metallic paint markers.
Yes.
Really cool with a little bit, very Victorian looking. It looks vintage.
It's incredible. I really, really love it. And I'm so grateful that you've done that for us. Thank you,
Yep.
Sheena. I wanted everyone at home to see, in fact, how simple and easy and achievable it can be. That's the first thing for you to do, and then you go on the journey and do the rest. Right. I can't even keep up with all the comments. So many comments. Gillian says, you've given me so many ideas with the mount board. I've been inspired by the set with the multimedia dies. Good shout, Gillian. And more mount board. I'm loving these multimedia shows. Think my dies will get a rest. Nice to have something for a change. Sheena, that cornflower boo is absolutely beautiful. That's your poppy, Sheena. I'm desperate to try my hand at painting. My young son has a BA in fine arts. My oldest is a graphic designer. I can't paint a line. You can with Paint Fusion, Susan. Get the stamps, get the paints, do it, try it. I promise you, you're going to love it. Wendy says, this is so pretty. Wendy says, I'm inspired and I'm ready to go. Carol says, amazing, right before our eyes. Tess says, this makes me smile. First frame is delicate. It's absolutely gorgeous. Stephen says, I'm with you, Leanne. I've ordered everything. I'm just hoping I can achieve this. You can, Stephen. Sue, can't wait until I receive it. I used to do folk art painting. Can you mention again what GSM paper you can use? Thank you. Hoping you have Sheena on more often. Sheena will be a regular feature here on Crafters TV. She's going to be part of the furnishings and fittings. Didn't you say 240 to 250 GSM
Yes,
wake-up
there
call,
would be a
Sheena?
good- it'd be good
weight
weight
of
then.
card.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
240 to 250.
Yeah.
Annie on YouTube, I have bought the lot. Good for you, Annie. Just a thought, can I use this for card making as I don't really do soft furnishings? 100%. Can you use it for card making, Annie?
We need to show those
Look.
cards, don't we? Yeah,
Look.
we need to show
A
them.
beautiful
Wow.
card, Annie. Another beautiful card with that rose on there, I have to say, with those lovely lilacs on there, with a bookmark on a card if that's what you'd want to do. Look, keep going, George, I'm sorry. There we are. I'm just getting excited, George. I'm sorry. Running all over the place. Poppies on a card here as well. I mean, genuinely, can you use it on a card, Annie? Yes, you can. We're like Bob the Builder. Let's put that on our playlist and see where we get with that. So many things we can do. Oh, my word. And it's such a busy show. Johnny, would you like me? We're good. Okay, good idea. Thank you. We are going to have a little rest because I'm getting very excited. I need to calm myself down, have a drink of my tea. You need to check out your baskets because with the comments, you all want to do that and get everything that we've been showing you. Remember, Mount Borden Dye's exceptional deal, the stamps, exceptional deal, the paints, exceptional deal. That's what you need, and you're going to be able to do everything that Sheena has been showing you over the day. And there's more to come. We've still got another half an hour of our masterclass, and we'll be back with you tonight in Beautiful Beginnings at 6 p.m. GMT. So we look forward to seeing you there too. So little break, check out your baskets, and we'll be back with Sheena in the blink of an eye.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Come on, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a no and I live in a caravan.
I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan. Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze. If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablet or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Busy all day today. I'm going to be popping up all over the place. It's like I'm like a number 47 bus. You don't see me for 3 months and then 27 of me come along at once. Really great deals on the show. Fantastic inspirational demonstrations from Sheena. She's just awe-inspiring, I think is the words I would use with her talent. But the thing I love, everything is broken down and made easy and accessible for you at home to achieve exactly the same results. Now, the paints have been flying out. So here you can see these paints, you've got 20 tubes of coloured paint. And I've just found out a couple of special ones in there that we're going to be seeing next.
Yes.
Gosh, wait till you see the next thing. If you haven't bought the paints yet, you were definitely going to buy them. This next demonstration Sheena's got for you. 20 tubes of coloured paint in there, plus 100 mils of white paint. And you're getting that for $24.40 or $32.80 your platinum price, plus your Sheena price, your Sheena 10 discount code, which will give you an additional 10% discount on your prices on the screen. If you're not a platinum member, if you haven't joined Club Inspire yet, your $30, $50 or $41 will also have that 10% saving. But if you are a bronze, silver, gold or platinum member, whatever that price is that you get when you're on our website, Sheena 10 will get you an additional 10% off, which I think is very, very generous of Sheena to put a foot down with a firm hand and say, let's do some discount on the Paint Fusion stuff. In fact, it's not just on Paint Fusion, by the way, guys. It's across the website, except for Cartload last night, not on our gift cards and not on April launches, but everything else, including the machine, if you want a Gemini, 10% off. So use Sheena 10 liberally today when you are shopping. Sheena, you've got another demo for us. Are you ready, love?
Yes, I have. I've just put that one there, so I thought you might want to see what that one looks like when it's finished. That's how I would show that. I would have it like a recess and I'd put that there, just like that. And then you can see how cool that would be on a project. I think that would look really cool. So that's that, but we're going to paint a rose because Leann needs to see the diner paint on black pearl. So we've got that there. I've stamped it out using Bordeaux. It's quite, I can see quite a lot, but it's still quite wet, so it might pick up the colour, but we'll be fine. Yeah. So I'm going to pick up this one. It says 3, Leann. Can't tell you how happy I was when I saw this. You've got 3 diner paints, and what diner are? We've done many shows with like big tubes of diner, the bigger tubes of diner. Remember the diner? Well, there's 3 in here. So, but this is what I've been playing with, paint fusion style with one colour, right? So you know we loaded the 2 on the brush. Well, you can also do a technique, a painting technique. It's just another one of those, you know, been around forever, but let's use it with this side loading. So because it's a coated card, I don't want the brush too wet, and so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like going up. Remember when we were talking about the linguine, we were kind of like threatening to eat earlier, kind of like doing the same as like a dog going up to the paint and then retreating again.
And then retreating again. Do you know my Minnie does that with a prawn cracker?
With a prawn cracker?
She does what we call the prawn cracker dance.
Oh, how cute. Yeah, so we do that like that, and then, so now what we've got, when you see this, when it comes together, Leann, it looks stunning. So only just one colour like that, and then I'm going to work around like this. So what I'd like to achieve is a thicker kind of edge like this.
Wow.
Because what these diners do, when they're in a thick consistency, you see the first colour. When it's on black, you see the interference, the special effect mica that's in them, that flashes blue. Now I've got a bit more paint on that one, just to give it that little bit more of an edge there. Can you see?
Yeah.
And then we can build the rose up, and it looks stunning. You really see the leaves as well with the other colour. So that there, look.
On the black pearl.
Sorry, yeah.
Look at the interference. No way. Oh my word, Sheena.
And it look amazing. So,
it looks incredible.
Right, let me get this next layer done. So this is, it tells you on the instructions, don't worry, there's weird kind of shaped things. This is the next bit of the rose that we're going to do. So we'll pop that on there, and I'm going to stamp it really quickly. I'm going to try and put just a tiny touch of ink on there because I don't want it too strong. And best to, dry it or leave it to dry, but I know I also want to try and fit this in while we can. So that's the next layer. So again, I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to just nudge up to that and ruffle the next one, which is going to be that top bit there, which is going to form kind of the middle of the rose. And then I'm going to come around, and you can do 1 or 2 or 3 or however many petals you want at the bottom here. Just really what we're concentrating on is just filling another row. I'm pulling this out the way. This is where, when you've got your mixed media mat, you can keep your paint on your mat and you can do your painting on your glass mat, and you don't have to, you're not going to worry about getting the one thing on top of the other.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm trying to kind of manage it and I keep moving it around a bit. So sorry about that. I'll try and keep it a bit steadier. And then this middle bit looks like an upside down teacup. But this then forms the like little cup version in the middle of the rose. So let me show you what I mean with that. So I'll take a little bit of that off. So this one, I want to stamp it so that it kind of overlaps and it comes up to that little bit there. So it looks a little bit strange, but when you paint it, if we pull that there and then go down and then ruffle and come up again, then it looks like the centre of your rose is wrapping around that middle bit.
I can't. So the diner, it's the mica inside the paint. It must be mica in with the acrylic, Sheena.
Absolutely.
That's giving it that interference
colour. And that's what's
colour.
making it look that amazing colour. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to turn around. Now this is a really tight angle, so you're going to use your brush quite upright.
Yeah.
And just pull around like that.
Yeah.
And then you can pop a little.
And then the flash of interference on that is, I mean, it's electric.
Isn't it? It is electric.
It's
Let's pop
incredible.
a couple of rosebuds ready, and we can put a little. So I'm using just kind of the similar kind of shape that I did in the centre of that rose there. Can you see how even with the black pearl, if you're quick enough, you can actually just wipe it off if you cut it before it dries. So we've got a couple of rosebuds. Maybe put one down here as well, like that, and a little one like that. And you want them a little bit different, so it's just like the centre of the thing again. So we've got them ready.
Wow.
And then we'll get that other colour out now. We'll speed stamp them. We've got time to stamp those ones? Great. So
Let's have a look if we've got any more comments coming through. We're all mesmerised. That's the thing. We're mesmerised.
Here's the little one.
Sue Cummins on YouTube. Does Sheena have a tutorial website?
I have, you know what, join the Inkets and my Facebook page.
Yes.
You'll see you've just reached 18,000 followers on my Facebook page.
We've both done 18,000
I know,
followers, haven't we?
how
recently, which
spooky is
brilliant.
that?
Very
How funny
spooky.
is that?
So get yourself onto Sheena's Facebook page. There's loads and loads of inspirational videos there. And join the group on Facebook called the Inkets.
Sheena's
and
Inkets,
you will get lots of helpful hints and tutorials in there as well. So yeah, do that. Shazza says, afternoon, so relaxing watching Sheena painting, thank you. Anne says, wow, thank you, Sheena, I love it all. Cheryl says, hi, beautiful lady, sorry I missed it, but how did Sheena do the background for the rose demo? If you go back and watch Wake Up Call this morning, you will see that there, Cheryl. Marcia says she loves Sheena's designs, and Evelyn says, are all of these cards painted on mount board? No, some of them are painted directly onto the card itself, and as for example this one. So if you use a 250 GSM card, you can paint directly onto the card. You don't have to do it on a mount board. Okay, and then Jane Quigley says, I am laughing, you have just blown my husband's mind. And Susan says, this is art and science combined. It's beautiful, beautiful, that rose. Yeah.
It's lovely on the black pearl, isn't it? It's stunning.
Denise says, Sheena has bewitched me. Oh, we'll put that on the playlist.
Another song on the list.
Bewitched on the playlist. Yeah. Just, I mean, I could read them all out, but I'd be here for another 2 hours. So many of you. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time in your day to spend 2 hours with us here on Crafters TV in a masterclass. It's such a treat to have Sheena with us and to generously share all of her hints and tips and how-tos. And I have to say, Sheena is one of the most accomplished educators that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. And my word, look at that as we talk about it. It is incredible. It's beautiful without the flash, but then when it flashes the colour. And those paints are in that box of 20 paints.
Yeah, you got 3 of them.
And you haven't done anything
look at
to
how
it.
little I used to put all that out. That's all extra. So you could get another card at least out of what's on there.
Yes.
So yeah, you've got 3, and they all are special effect colours when they
So
put it
can
on the
I
jar.
ask you, Sheena, to gather together all of the little techniques that
Sure.
you've done, and we'll
Yeah.
do a vote I don't know if you're used to this yet. We do a card of the show.
Yes.
But it'll be a technique of the show
Yes,
today.
absolutely.
Technique of the show and then technique of the day.
Okay.
So from Wake Up Call, if you've got them,
Yeah,
and
I'm
from
gathering.
today.
Okay, Wake Up Call's there, we've got it there.
Did we do
Right.
Wake Up Call?
We've got here.
Oh, I see. So that one's just going straight
done.
in.
All right, that's
right.
straight in.
I understand.
So-
Do you know, you were all saying that, and I was looking, thinking, what are they talking about? We did one Wake Up Call. We did more than one thing, but I realised all of the techniques turned into one card. I'm now with you, Johnny, even though I look like a Teletubby. All right. What would you like to do next, Johnny? We're going to do the vote. Right. So technique number 1.
Technique 1 was
The
the
frames.
frames, yes. So we've got the rust, we've got the, how loud was that? Rust! We've got the rust, we've got the verdigris, and we've got the basic gilded frame. So that we started with frames with the mount board. Then we painted the poppy on the panel, and then we painted this little rosebud vintage tile there, and then we've just painted the rose.
Oh,
all of that
see,
in.
I'm hard pressed. I know. Rachel, social media superstar, please can you register my vote?
What will you vote then, Leanne?
I want the poppy with the verdigris frame, please.
Poppy with verdigris frame. I'm going to put that in there.
That is my vote. I'm voting poppy.
It does look nice together, though,
It
doesn't
really
it?
does look lovely,
It
doesn't
looks better on a bit of black
So
card. Let me
number
get the
1
black
frames,
card.
2 poppy, 3 rose, 4 black pearl. Okay, get your votes in for what is the technique of the show. Now, while you're voting technique of the show, I must show you the stamps again. They're such good value for money. You've got 7 different sets of stamps here, and it's everything you could possibly need to achieve beautiful results with your fusion. I'm just looking for my sample. Here it is. This first one here is the lilac. I love the lilac, and there is what the lilac looks like when it's all fusioned up. That's what you're going to be able to achieve. Not only have you got the lilac, you have got that beautiful daisy in there. Here's a daisy for you, which looks absolutely, we've got them all tied up, looks absolutely gorgeous. Love the daisy. And actually, I think the daisy, one of the easiest to start with, Sheena, would you agree? Daisy.
Daisy's so easy, yes,
Yeah.
really easy. Very
That's
forgiving,
the rose
the
that
daisy.
Sheena has just shown you on the black pearl. Here it is on a card when it's done with the acrylic paints. So that's that rose. Then we've got our berry set. I love the berries. Come to me, berries. They're just here. Grabbing it. There it is there. Berries look gorgeous. I love that. That's easy too because you just use the end of a pencil.
Oh, yeah, thumbprint and a pencil.
Thumbprint and a
Louisa.
pencil. Honestly, so easy. Then we've got the poppy. Poppy looks absolutely gorgeous too. Here's an example of the poppy. And Sheena showed you how to do that. That's the blue one as part of our technique of the day. We've got that lovely little sweet collection. Those tiny little rosebuds. So easy to create. That was the little bouquet that Sheena showed you earlier. And then finally, we've got the butterfly collection, which is gorgeous. And when you put the butterfly collection together with the roses, this is what you can do. So that's all 7 sets there for $37.99 or $47.19. And don't forget, you get your Sheena price on that, which is your Sheena 10 code. And you get an extra 10% off the price that you see on the screen. And in fact, relevant across our website for you today, with the exception of Cartload last night, April launches and gift cards. So we've also got the, these are flying. 60% of the nesting die and mount board bundle has gone now, and I'm not surprised. Essentially in this deal, you're getting the circle nesting dies and the mount board completely free of charge in this bundle. So a platinum price of $55.99 and $87.19. It's a phenomenal price because that's 9 nesting dies you're getting in there, plus 10 sheets of our high quality mount board. Then you're getting 7 triangle nesting dies. You're getting 9 heart nesting dies, and you're getting 9 square nesting dies, which Sheena was using to make all those incredible frames. 34 dies in total, and you're not paying for the circle dies or for the mount board, and your Sheena 10 price will work when you check this out. And already 60% of the stock has gone on this bundle. I'm not surprised, you're absolutely loving it. You're also loving our tape pens back in stock. I won't tip them out this time. Dotty tape pen. You've got 12 of these, 264 metres, 790 something feet of dotty tape pen with 12 of the tape pens in here. It is phenomenal. 22 metres on every single pen, 3 feet in a metre, 66 feet of tape per pen, and it's that very, very strong dotty adhesive, which is brilliant for all of your detailed die cuts when you're fixing them down. A 35% saving on those, which is absolutely off the chart, fantastic value for money. So and once they come in, they go out. They're like hen's teeth. You can never find a dotty tape pen. So stock up for 6 months. Get yourself a couple of boxes and then you won't be sad. And by the time the next lot come in, you can get some more. Sheena, we're going to have a look at some samples with you.
So we've gone kind of like vintage and age and grunge with this faux metal techniques, and then we're going to go absolutely clean and simple and pretty and a completely different look. All I've done there is keep it very minimalist with a little bit of the metallic cord from the card pack, and it just gives it a completely different look. Look at the difference in there from that one to that one. See, I've put a little gold pen in there as well. I did use the little, see the liner pen. Oh, how cool does that look?
That looks amazing. I know.
But then you've got the cleaner, more kind of
doesn't that look fresh and modern?
Yeah,
that looks like something you'd see in a really high-end stationers on the high street.
I just love that look, and it's all about the negative space. So don't feel you've got to fill these areas in with anything.
No.
It's about that looks more vibrant because of the opposite space that it's not filling, if that makes sense. And then you've got the poppy, and again that different coloured little border there. Daisy's very pale, different base coat on that one, different green. See how you change the greens a little bit, just add a little bit more blue in, a little bit more yellow if you want it warmer. And then that's black pearl, but with the regular paints on it, not the diner paint.
That's like the side of a barge.
Isn't it?
It's like one of those long boats you see on the canals.
Absolutely. Isn't it pretty? It's just so, and you know, hand painted, make some notelets, gift or sell. Full angel policy, so it's all good, isn't it?
Honestly, Sheena, I have absolutely adored this 2-hour masterclass, as I know you have, because the comments have been off the chart, so many of them. And if I didn't get a chance to reference you and say thank you for your comment, because there was just so many, please take this as a group thank you to everybody for joining us today and for commenting and sharing your love for everything that Sheena's been showing us. We have got a winner.
Oh, hey!
We've got a winner, demo of the show, technique of the show.
Technique of the show. Da-da-da.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Was that mine? Was that the poppies?
That was the poppies.
Woo!
The poppies.
And we're going to stick
you wanted a frame on it. Let's go back. Let's show it in all its glory. Let's pop that there.
There we are.
With that, I think that's a nice combination.
I'm not surprised.
And there you go. That's
absolutely exquisite.
There you go.
Thank you so much. Now, Lily's going to be with you tonight, Sheena, at 6 for Beautiful Beginnings. But I have enjoyed this so much. I'm coming back.
Yay!
I pulled rank, Sheena. I'll not lie. So I will be back with you around about 6:45, 7 o'clock, and I'll do the last hour of the show with you, which I'm really looking forward to. So often I get to see my good friend these days, so I'm going to take every opportunity when I can. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do, if you haven't shopped already and you're thinking you're on the fence, you're thinking, maybe I want those dyes, maybe I want those paints. Do you know what? You are all going to be shopping the show in the next 2 hours. So I would say, don't sit on the fence. Get off it, get the code, Sheena10, pop it in your basket. You need your dies, your mount boards, your paint, and you can't get the brushes, they've gone, haven't they? Are they limited? They're still limited, there's a few left. Get your brushes, because they'll be gone when we come back, and get your basket checked out. Don't forget to use your Sheena10 code across the website. Thank you very much for joining us. We've had an absolute ball.
Loved it.
Sheena, thank you.
Thank you,
It's
Leann.
been inspirational, it really has. And we'll see Sheena back tonight at 6 o'clock, and I'll see you at 7. See you then.